Hey guys, Krugs here from Ace Trading. Today I'm here to talk to you about ninzaRenko candles, how people are using them to backtest and how inaccurate they really are. And also to show you about our new candles that we have created called AceRenko. So on the chart you'll see I have set up ninzaRenko candles 34 and 2, which is a go-to for us for NQ. And on the left-hand side here, you will see that I've set up AceRenko candles of 34 and 2 on NQ. So exactly the same charts, and you can see that the candles they do look very similar once you recognize a few of the key details. Okay, so price, if I look at the ninzaRenko candles, price has gone down to the bottom here and it's hit 733.25. So we've gone down here and price will hit 733.25. Okay, there's been a turnaround, a couple of pullbacks, and you kind of see these pullbacks are shown on here, but these little pullbacks are not shown on ninzaRenko candles. Okay, then you see then there is a big pullback, change in direction, and then back the other way, and that has happened there. Okay, got all the way down to 55, and you can see here it got up to 55 as well. And then it turned around and kept going in the long direction. Okay, the main difference between the candles is that these candles on the right cannot be backtested. Okay, because they have a false open. And what that means is that when you trade live, your orders are placed at the top of the candle, and you take movement at the top of the candle. When you backtest, orders are placed at the bottom of the candle, which is always going to give you an inaccurate results when backtesting, because there's going to be this many ticks. So in this case, 34 ticks before you start moving in the positive direction. Okay, and if you had a TP of 20, a take profit of 20, it will hit your take profit before it has even moved up. Whereas the real candles, so our AceRenko candles, will show that movement and just show you how price is accurate and how it can be backtested. Okay, so I thought I would put on a new strategy that we'll be releasing soon here at Ace Trading, and it is our AI, so artificial intelligence breaker bot. And you can see here, I've put it on the left. And what this bot does, it identifies key areas in the market to trade breakouts. Okay, similar to our wave breaker bot, but this is all programmed by AI. Okay, and you can see it was a zone, an area was identified, and then you can see it waited for some confirmation, entered at 775, and then took our take profit of 24 ticks. Okay, and then it continued on using a trailing stop. Ideally 216 ticks, but it didn't. It got stopped out using the trailing stop. So it entered at a perfect position, and it is shown that it can be backtested. Okay, but if I put on the same bot, the same settings on the ninzaRenko candles, you will see the difference. Okay, so you can see here that the same area, the same wave has been created. Okay, we have the exact same take profit, stop loss, and TP. However, price entered at the bottom of the ninzaRenko candles, which meant that the 24 ticks of profit was hit before it had even left that wave. But the idea of the bot is that it trades when it leaves the wave, so you can see how inaccurate this is, and you can see it continued all the way up off the chart to show that the TP was taken. So it is very inaccurate in regards to back testing. Okay. It is perfectly fine for forward testing. So if you're going to use your playback method and forward test it, it'll be fine. But for back testing, just be wary. There are companies out there and there are traders out there that will use ninzaRenko results back tested, and will show you how successful it is. But be cautious of that. One thing we are doing here at Ace Trading is that we have created our own candles, and we have released them for members to use so they can accurately test any strategies that involve using ninzaRenko candles. Okay guys, let's have a closer look at what AceRenko candles exactly are. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn off our strategy so we can have a bit of a closer look at these candles. Okay, now that I've removed our strategy from the chart, let's have a look at the different configurations we can use for our AceRenko candles. The first thing you want to do is, with any new different types of candles, you want to make sure that you configure and you add those particular configurations or the candles to your options, so your instrument list. So we want to make sure that we add, and we want to make sure that we add our AceRenko candles. And I can see I've already added mine, but you would have AceRenko in here and you go, okay. And then when you click on AceRenko, you can actually add any configurations you want. So let's add a new configuration. Let's say we have our brick size. Okay, let's say we're looking at a smaller movement, say perhaps for crude oil. One of my go-tos for crude oil is 9 and 3. So my brick size being 3 and my trend threshold, my brick size being 9 and my trend threshold being 3. Okay, you can see it's there, and I can move it up into position. So obviously I like to have mine in a bit of an order here, and you can see okay and apply. And what we can do then is then we can open up our 9 and 3 candle type, and you'll see how the candles react to those changes. You can see now that we have our candles on the screen. So what you're going to see here is that when a new formation, so a new direction is formed, okay, we've got a new direction is formed. We have 18 ticks in here, and then each new brick size is 3 ticks above. Okay. The difference between these, as I've pointed out, is when you have ninzaRenko candles, the pullbacks are masked and you won't be able to see them. So often you don't get to see all these different pullbacks. All you do is you see the whole candles coming down and candles going up, which is great for visual representation. But when you want to look at what actually price action is occurring, you can see over here, there's been a number of different pullbacks. So you would be a bit cautious about going short because of those pullbacks. Okay. However, once you've broken past this pullback, it has a nice come down here, and then it starts to have a fair few pullbacks. So we know that buyers are stepping into the market, and then we're going to be a bit of a turnaround. So it just gives you that insight into how you can trade these AceRenko candles. They still trade the exact same way as ninzaRenko candles, and you can see our Ninza AI bot is still trading it, but it's just the visual cues are different, and it just gives you more information. Okay, so one last thing I wanted to show you was the actual backtesting of a particular strategy and comparing ninzaRenko candles to our AceRenko candles, just to show you the difference. Okay, so on the charts you will see we have on the left hand side we have AceRenko running 205. Okay, normally I run this setup on micros, not so much on MIDI contracts. And on the right hand side we have ninzaRenko 205. So the same size candles and the same strategy on the charts. So you will see we have Ninza Wave Rider activated for 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Looking for kind of a bit of a scalp, 60 ticks with a 200 tick stop loss. And then on the right hand side, again, 60 and 200. Looking for a 500 tick trail. If we get that trail, fantastic. If we don't, we'll have break even on and our trailing stop on as well. So I also wanted to show you that I'm backtesting. Just showing you what's on the chart, and I'll just show you how many days we are running. We are running 90 days. There we go. It's just for the last 3 months. Often I like to test the last 3 months and then keep, modifying my bots to make sure that I'm kind of keeping up with price action. Because what you tend to find is if you test for a full year, 2 years, it kind of distorts the results, because what's happening in the market at the moment, I guess we have a war happening and bombings and all this kind of stuff in the market, and it's impacting what is going on. So it's really important to test, I guess, the current conditions. So I like to do like a 3-month test continually and then adjust my settings for that time frame. And you can see on the right hand side here, I have the exact same candle number of days on the chart, and I'll pull that up and show you. There we go. So we're running 90 days. Again, 205 brick size. So if we look at how this strategy has worked, you can see that AceRenko candles waited for our confirmation, got into the trade, hit our first TP, break-even stop would have pulled up to here, and then this little spike back, you can see, had a bit of a pullback and hit our trailing drawdown, or our trailing stop around there. So we would have got a nice, 94 to, look, it's like 15 points for that one, and whatever that one, I can't see what they are at the moment. But on this side, you can see that we haven't got an accurate backtest. So ninzaRenko hasn't shown us an accurate backtest. You can see that the candle, the price entered down the bottom here. Okay, so we just move across, you can see price entered down the bottom, and that is a false open. So that price never actually hits that point. What happens is, as price moves up from the bottom, so price was down here, as price came up this candle, it ended up going all the way at the top here, and price opens at the top of the candles, not at the bottom. So that is a false open, so that is a false reading. Okay, so backtesting will not work on ninzaRenko. And even on ninza.com, the website that you actually get ninzaRenko candles from, they actually state that the candles cannot be used for backtesting. Okay, but what I really wanted to show you was if we pull up the strategy performance, okay, so we'll pull up historical for the last 90 days for this one. So this is something I commonly run with my Ace bots here for Ninja Wave Rider, and you can see not a bad profit factor, 3. Often it goes up to 4 or 5. You do get a couple of stops, and the stops are a decent size, but you don't get many of them. It's a very high win percentage bot, and often I can change around these settings, and it'll obviously change my profit ratio and things like that, but this is something I'm currently running at the moment. So you can see, I'll leave that on the screen, and hopefully I can minimize it, pull it over here and show you the trades there. And I'm going to pull up the strategy performance for ninzaRenko candles. Okay, and we'll pull that up next to it, and you can see the difference, right? So with the ninzaRenko, you can see that it's saying that it made $38,000 compared to what it really made, close to $13,000. Okay, had gross profit 41.19, had minimal losses. Okay, and the reason why it had minimal losses, 2 losses compared to 4. The reason why it had minimal losses is because you can see where price entered. Obviously, if price enters down the bottom here and you got a green candle, you're always going to hit your profit unless it immediately goes straight down. Okay, so very inaccurate, not a great thing to use for backtesting. Saying that, I still love using ninzaRenko candles. They are fantastic to watch, and they're great to see when price is moving really quickly. It looks really good on your charts. If you zoom out, you can see it just looks fantastic. You can get an idea of where price is going. I often use ninzaRenko candles to draw my support and resistance lines and so forth. Okay, however, you can do the same thing, the exact same thing on AceRenko candles. They do look pretty good. The reasons why I like using these ones is because I can see these pullbacks, and if I start to see a number of these pullbacks start to clump together, I know that that's going to be an area of resistance or support, and that's how I trade it. So they both have I guess their pros and cons. It's just that how you use them is going to be up to you and your trading journey, but I wanted to give you an insight into these new candles that we are releasing. Ace Trading members do have access to these Renko candles as part of the membership, so please use them the back test, and we'll discuss our results in Discord. But that was it for today. I just wanted to show you that, and if you are interested in becoming a member, please use the WAP link below in the description, and I will see you again soon.